Okay, so I will start again, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Vinod Vasudevan, and from AIROI. So thank you for meeting me, and please explain me that how these carbon credits will work, especially in Africa context. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So basically, there are many opportunities that will come up in the African context. One is the agriculture-based carbon credits, which could be things like tea or coffee or cocoa or sugarcane. Then there is waste management, which can be done in the cities. There is water management, which can be done in rural areas. Uh, these are the three, and then there is something called cook stoves. Okay, so these are the four projects that we have discussed with them. Now, we'll take one by one. In the case of agriculture, they have a large number of cashew nut trees growing in Cameroon. Cashew nut trees or any plantation which is more than 3 years old is not eligible for carbon credits. So the way around that is the branches which fall or the twigs or the leaves, those get collected and that is converted into something called biochar. Biochar is a very simple process where you make a cone-shaped pit, put these material, the twigs, the leaves, branches in that, and over a low flame, you burn it. It over a period of time, it converts into biochar. Biochar has many utilities. It improves the soil pH. It improves the soil humidity absorption capacity, and it increases the ability of the soil to absorb more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. 1 ton of biochar is sold between $50 to $80 in the international market. So this is one activity which they can do. It also generates employment. And if you have more women staff working to pick up these twigs and put it into the cone pit, then you are achieving one more SDG, that is women empowerment and removal of poverty. Uh, the other thing is sugarcane. Now, here in India, we have a company for whom we are developing carbon credits. What we have done is there is one sugarcane mill, and there are 20,000 farmers associated to that mill. So it's a cooperative. The farmers grow the sugarcane, and when it is ripe for harvesting after 12 to 16 months, it is cut and given to the mill. The mill only converts the cane into fine sugar, processed sugar, the white sugar which we all eat at home. Now, in this process, it generates waste in the form of bagasse or molasses. The bagasse is used to make energy, which runs the factory. So they don't depend on electricity from the government. Then there are also many side benefits or fringe benefits, which include things like organic waste. That organic waste is converted into small cakes or brick-shaped objects and sold back to the farmers. The farmers put that in the soil. So that increases the soil carbon content, SOC. So this is with regard to sugarcane. So the farmer gets credits for growing the sugarcane. The mill gets credit for the processes that it follows. And overall, the entire community benefits from the trade in the carbon credit. Waste management with regard to plastic. We understand that there is a lot of waste. So because people use plastic in a daily life. So if the plastic is collected from the streets or wherever, from the garbage, and then it is processed in the sense it is washed. In case there's a label on it, that label gets removed. The cap and the bottle gets separated, and then it is sold to a recycling company. Yes. Right? Now, once, just for the sake of collection and this little bit of processing, they can earn anywhere from $100 to $300 per ton of plastic collected. Right? In any agriculture, whether it is a forest or because I think they have a large number of forests also
One
there.
second, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please continue.
Okay. So in any large number of forestry projects where there are large number of trees already there, people living there, as long as the trees are not being cut, but you're preserving the trees, if you're replanting new trees and the fallen bushes, fallen leaves, fallen branches get converted into biochar or briquettes. Now, briquettes is something similar to biochar, except that it is supplied to, let's say, a school or a hospital or a factory, and they use that in place of coal to generate heat. So they get carbon credits there also. So what we have shared with them as of now is the Master Service Agreement, MSA. We will take project by project. That's what I discussed with Justin and all. We will take project by project rather than go into all at one go. So the water credits which we talked about is natural water bodies which are there, which are rain fed. They can tend to get water credits at a much faster rate, maybe in 6 to 8 months, if the capacity is large. A water credit is sold at about 70 cents per credit, right? It takes about 6 months to get that certificate from the registry, and then the trading can start. So what we have told them is that we will break it up into 4 or 5 different revenue streams, and we will look at those revenue streams which are faster, like biochar is very fast because it's already lying there. You just have to pick it up and convert it. Plastic is already lying there. We just have to identify if there is a company which is already collecting and recycling the plastic. If not, can somebody invest in setting up a recycling plant? Because this will earn them a good amount of credits or a good amount of revenue. So this is now they will require a lot of hand-holding, a lot of training. We are here to support them in any way. If a physical visit is required, we can go down. If an online training session can be done, we are ready to do that. We are ready to support them in any way required to make sure that they are successful.
Thank you. Thank you very much for telling me all these. And now let us get into some more details of the supply chain. As you mentioned that we will require, someone can get a credit of $300 to $400 per ton of plastic waste. Of course, that plastic waste needs to be very clean. As you mentioned, that we have to take out the cap and the
Label.
wash it.
Yeah.
One thing. And this is just related to plastic bottles.
Yes.
Right? Now, when we are saying this, what there would be a lot of work or a lot of investment just in collecting the plastic, because plastic collectors, I don't know how they will work for free.
No, they don't work for free. In India, we pay them.
Okay.
So
is the return of investment enough?
Justified? It is more than that, much, much more than that.
Okay. So you mean that return of investment is good?
Yes. So what we can do, ma'am, is once we get some more details, like how much of plastic is collected, how many collectors have been used, we can prepare an ROI model also for them.
Okay, right. And what are the best places where we can look at? Is it marketplace or housing area, residential area, or is it hospitalities like hotels? What you will be looking at?
So
where to start for them?
Residential and hotels is where we can start, because that's where the plastic consumption is highest, especially residential.
Okay, right. And with the, you mentioned another thing that we will have to identify the collectors and the one who is interested in recycling.
Yes.
So will the credit only be shown when we show the collection, or if we have to show that this is collected and then being recycled, where
Yeah.
it is a stop, like, or should we show the whole supply chain and then it can be credited?
Yes. So you need to collect it and sell it to a recycler. That is one kind of credit. For
Okay, so if
recycling,
you are able to show the invoice of that
yes,
you have sold
co-
it to the recycler,
yes,
at that point they can collect the credit.
correct.
Okay, all
The
right.
recycler can claim credit separately.
All right, so that will be another project for him.
Yes, yes.
Okay, right, I understand. So this is good to know. I will stop the recording now and